to the shoes, to the jeans, to the gym shoes,
Right.
I'm sure you could eat that same amount of money and enjoy it and last longer if you consume it right.
Right.
Oh, okay, okay. I know you have a demonstration that you were talking about when we were off camera that you might want to do. So is it
Yes.
something that you want to give us an insight on?
Yes. It's called kinesiology or contact reflex analysis or muscle testing. So any three of those terms actually describes the process. And what I tell people is that your body has a wisdom. When you cut yourself, you don't have to tell your body to heal or to create a scab. So your body has a wisdom of its own. And when we tap into our own body's wisdom and work along with it, we create a balance. So what I do is show people what gives their body energy and what takes it away. So kinesiology will be an excellent demonstration so I can actually show your audience how it works.
Okay, we have a young lady from our audience that we're going to ask can come up and do this demonstrating with us. Okay.
Okay.
And how are you?
Fine.
Okay, okay. Do you need my help or anything, Dr. Khephera?
Oh, no,
Okay.
we're good. Okay, what I would like for you to do is to raise your arm, your right hand or left-handed?
Right-handed.
Okay, all right, great, okay. So what I'm gonna do first is to test your strength. Okay. Okay, don't let me resist me. Good, that's great, okay. Okay, now what I'd like for you to do is take this and I want you to put it right up against your body.
Okay.
Okay, and what I'd like for you to do is resist me. Okay? Okay. All right, let me take
Now, that was a
this.
piece of candy.
This was a piece of candy.
Okay.
Okay, now let's do whole food. Put it right up against your body.
Okay.
Okay. And resist me. You notice the difference?
That was a vegetable.
Yes,
okay.
vegetable.
Okay.
Okay, let's get what, I'm not going to show the name, but let's use a power bar. Because a lot of times people say, oh, I need something quick and fast. And, yeah, okay.
Okay.
So I want you to resist me.
Okay.
So power bar is just power, but obviously not nutrition.
Not enough power in the bar.
Okay, not enough.
Now, what happens a lot of times, it has high fructose and some other things, even though it might have nuts and grains and things, but the preservatives and all of that, or maybe some sweeteners may take away.
Okay.
Okay, and let's,
Regular potato.
regular potato.
Okay.
That one is organic.
Okay.
Okay, and I want you to resist me.
Okay.
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 All
Now,
right.
is it mind over matter that she's, or is it the body actually knows?
The body actually knows what's good for it.
Okay.
So we test even with children because people will say, well, how many vitamins do I need to take? We can actually ask the body
Okay.
how many vitamins. And for those who, like say for instance, if it's an elder person that maybe has some injury or something like that, we can actually use a surrogate and test the surrogate for the person. So this kinesiology and muscle testing and all of that has been tried and true. Yes. Okay, and one more. And this is something that people use on a daily basis. I'm not going to show the name of this.
Okay.
Okay. Toothpaste.
Oh, I said it's actually toothpaste. Okay.
Yes, it's toothpaste. Okay, and resist.
Wow.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Now, I'm kind of, devastated on that because there's a lot of things that, well, I ate the candy. Okay, but the carrot and the potato itself, the body knows that that's what we desire, even though we don't crave it.
Right.
Okay. All right. But when you're craving sugar and stuff like that, I mean, because to me, what that showed was a sign of weakness when you're craving sugar, or that by the step that you just showed us, it shows weakness.
Right.
What do you do?
Well, what it is that those things that are good for your body will strengthen you. The things that are not good for your body, and it's not actually food, because see, your body knows what's food and what's not, and anything the body can't assimilate, it can't eliminate. So it's going to be weakened by that process.
Okay.
So that's the way that works.
And I remember those terms: assimilate,
assimilate,
and eliminate.
and eliminate.
You got that, ladies and gentlemen? Okay. So assimilate is the taking in part.
Right, and use.
And eliminate, you know that part. Okay.
Okay.
So we should get to the point when and not that we have to be so mind over matter, but we should know that what we take in should come back out.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
Because I know red meat stays with the body 7 days. Something of
Yes,
that
usually
nature?
7 days, and it
Okay.
takes about 12 to 15 hours to process.
Okay, okay. And the body is kind of sluggish, kind of tired. So, and I noticed that when men eat steak, and not to make it sound bad, but men eat steak, they get so tired, and they rub their stomachs. That's not a good sign then.
No,
Okay.
no, it's not.
Okay. Even though you're full physically, but you think that, oh man, I'm full, and you rub your stomach, that's not.
No.
Okay.
Actually, people concentrate on the amount of food that they eat, and your body only uses nutrition on a cellular level. So theoretically, someone can be 300, 350 pounds and be suffering from malnutrition because they're not getting the nutrients to their cells. And I tell people that I want them to use the term that they're overweight, which makes them overweight. Okay. So people, I do the colon cleansing, by mouth. Okay, so it's the D.E.P formula that we use that detoxifies your body, increases the amount of waste you eliminate, and killing parasites. But what it is with elimination is that we're consuming more and eliminating less. Okay. So for every meal that you consume, you need to eliminate. So people say, well, how does that really work? As far as eliminating waste and weight, and how does that work? So if you think about a hefty bag, when you pull it out of the box, it's flat. And then when you start putting garbage and trash in, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. But if you take your hand and take everything out, it'll go back flat again. So when you eliminate the waste, you eliminate the weight. So it's no longer a crowded experience within your body. So we need to remember that the inside creates the outside. So we need to take better care of the inside to create a better outside.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go to the last half of our breaks, but remember what you just said. I mean, I'm going to, have that for you when I come back, and it was a mouthful, but it was meaningful, so we'll be right back. And welcome back to the last half of the show. Now, for those of you who are just not tuning in, I want to give you a little brief information here. What you're about to see may be a little disturbing to your eyesight or stomach. So if you're not prepared, please step away from your screen and come back to us. Or if you're a good candidate to want to know more about your insides, have a seat and watch this piece right here with Dr. K. Now this is true. So what we're dealing with right now is to give you heads up on what's going on internally with you as you eat, ladies and gentlemen. And if you're in the future plans of better taking care of yourself or saying I want a healthier lifestyle, take a look at this. So, Dr. K, what do we have here?
Well, what we have here are various parasites. I've never worked with anyone that did not have parasites, and it's almost impossible not to have them. And a lot of times people, when they go to the restroom and they pass their stool, they may think it's mucus or spaghetti on their stool, but actually what they're doing is passing parasites. Women, typically, if they feel movement and fluttering and they know they're not pregnant, parasites moving, okay? One female parasite can lay 10,000 or more parasites a day. It only takes 3 days for them to hatch, and so we can do the multiplication there. This is heartworms.
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 Okay.
So people are transferring parasites from animals to themselves and their children.
So if a person, now heartworms are brought in by what, meat?
Well, particularly meat. A lot of the parasites may be in water, may be unpurified, ice, handshakes. There's a lot of different ways that we can pick up parasites, and when meat is not cleaned properly, then you get parasites. But anything that's dead and starts breaking down, that's the decomposition process, so that there is bacteria and there are parasites. Okay, and travel a lot of times. And then we also have, and most people are familiar with tapeworms. Okay, they've heard, about tapeworms. Oh, you're eating so much, and you must have a tapeworm. A tapeworm in and of itself can get to be 30 feet long, but with the steroids and hormones that's been added to the food, we're finding that the parasites, the tapeworms, can get to be 60 feet or
So
longer.
the term tapeworm is not a good term. It's really a bad term.
It's a bad term. And parasites can either make you gain a lot of weight or make you lose a lot of weight. And what we need to know is that anything that eats and feeds on what you're eating or what's in the waste in your system, then they're urinating and defecating, which is making your body even more toxic. So women say, well, I'm eating for 2 when they're pregnant. Well, what happens when you're eating for millions? So that's what we're working with when we've got parasites. So we need to eliminate those out of our
Now,
system.
I want to ask you somewhat of a personal question. Your eating habits, are you a vegetarian or?
Well, I went from vegetarian to vegan, and
Vegan,
and the difference between the two is vegetarians may eat fish or chicken, which those are not vegetables, but fish or chicken or cheese or dairy. I don't eat anything animal or animal byproduct.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay,
Yes.
all right. We have some of your items here that we want to talk about briefly before we wrap up. Now, I got a little queasy a moment ago, ladies and gentlemen, because you know what? I eat meat and everything, so I'm a part of the group here, okay? But for a better me, I want to do some things to make myself feel better, feel lighter. Most of us are concerned about weight. Sure, you're concerned about weight, but you really should be concerned about the insides being taken care of so that the outside will start to look better. But don't focus in so much on I got to go to the gym, I got to work out. Focus in on what's going to make your heart healthy, mind free, and arthritis less, and things of that nature to make yourself feel better. And learning how to eat properly, to me, is one of the key things. So if I start to look even more attractive to you as we go into the season, it's because I'm on a roll. Okay, so we move around along. We had to do that. Okay, we have a nice book here from you, Vegetarian Soul Food. Oh, this looks good too.
Thank
okay,
you.
now if under the vegan lifestyle, is any of this stuff? These are things you make or suggest that we eat?
And I teach my clients how to prepare what they're familiar with, like lean greens, macaroni no wheeze, different salads, but there are a lot of products available. When I first became vegetarian, there weren't that many products available, but they've got products that taste like meatballs, sausage, burgers, hot dogs, riblets, all types, and it tastes exactly like what they're used to eating.
So we have to have you come back and do a cooking segment.
Yes,
okay.
I would
Because
love
when you see
to.
cornbread, you think of wheat. Okay, so we could actually make stuff without all the additives and preservatives that we normally have.
Right.
And this cookbook is a guide for that.
Yes, it is.
Hot water cornbread, that's one of my favorites. Okay, and this product right here, the Ultra Body Toddy. What is
Yes.
Ultra Body Toddy?
The Ultra Body Toddy is a complete nutritional supplement, and it's plant minerals. And what it does, it actually feeds the body on a cellular level. When you take anything in that's liquid, it doesn't have to go through the digestive process, and that is the primary supplement that I use on a daily basis, along with my juicing. But that actually contributes to the body on a level where we're not getting the vitamin D and the zinc and a lot of different
We have
EP. The DEP stands for Detoxifier Eliminator and Parasite Formula. So it's actually 3 formulas in one, so you don't have to take like 3 different bottles of things. So it detoxifies your body, increases the amount of waste you eliminate. So the amount of food that you see on your plate, you ought to see that much coming out the other end. Most people don't. And to get rid of the parasites. You need to get rid of those.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. So, for our health conscious individuals, you need to do some things. I would suggest if you want to talk to Dr. K, give us a call at the studio, 248-988-0250. Drop your questions on our email or just send us something in the mail at our address that you'll see at the end of the show. And we didn't get a chance to touch on it, but we do want to tell you that there's also the birthing method where people, you can have someone assist you in a birthing at home birth, right?
Yes, a painless childbirth.
Painless childbirth. Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, we got to wrap up, but who am I? I'm your host, Marsha Florence with Just Ask. I want to thank you, Dr. K, for coming out to see us this morning.
Thank you for having
Please come
me.
back and join us again.
I will.
Okay.